Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, sexualities, and more. Yes, hello, me old Chinas, and welcome back to another video on the channel. And this is going to be a very different video going forward. I've decided it's about time I start doing some reviews on all the classic comedies I've been watching over the years. So, where better to start than Only Fools and Horses? Now, what is Only Fools and Horses, you may be asking? Well, it's a story about brotherhood, about family, and above all, it's a lovely jubbly time. The main character, Derek, is a bit of a swindler, a bit of a marketman, if you have my saying. And he loves nothing more than to give people a good bargain at a low price. He doesn't discriminate, and he'll sell to absolutely anyone. Whereas his brother believes that his hooky gear is a little bit too good to be true. In the passing of this series, we have two older figures, one being Grandad and the other being Uncle Albert. Now, Grandad is a survivor of the war, and Uncle Albert is a dishonoured sailor from the Navy. Both of them throughout the course of the show begin to give people an insight into the world of their lives and how it was back in their day. And although Derek does begin to take the mick a few times, they can't help but love him for his ambition and his strive to do better. Each year, Derek Trotter always says the same saying: by this time next year, we'll be millionaires. Along the way in the show, Derek drags his brother into all sorts of schemes. Oh, don't you know, my bruv is a absolute whiz. He's got GCEs in maths and art. And the funny irony behind this saying that Derek comes out with in Only Fools and Horses is the fact that Rodney may indeed have GCEs in maths and art, but he can't seem to do his sums sometimes. And Derek indeed does seem to have him over a few times. But they're brothers, and they love each other. And that's the important part about this show. That no matter what comes their way, no matter what season it is, they are there for each other in the end. Even if Rodney's a right old plonker. As we get later on into the story of Only Fools and Horses, both Rodders and Derek find partners. One being Raquel for Derek, and Cassandra for good old Rodney Trotter. It's not all sunshine and rainbows in this series. They even have an adversary, a Mr. Roy Slater. Now, Roy used to live in the area with the old gang, but everyone in Peckham has turned against him because he's put them up in the nick more times than they can go around a roundabout. They go down to the Nag's Head every now and then as their local pub, as a good drink up. Slater on their back. How far can these lads really get? Well, they get very far indeed. And even in one part of the season, they do become millionaires. But due to writing in the series, they go back on this story because it kind of messes up the plot of them wishing and wishing and wishing for it to happen. In the end, though, the two brothers look back on everything that they've been through and finally come to terms with their lives. A story about love, hope, relationship, friendship, and much more becomes a relationship that will never end. What do I give Only Fools and Horses out of 10? Well, it's a very solid story with a 3-part team to a 2-part team to a 3-part team to a 2-part team. And every single character in that series has a story to tell. For that reason, I give Only Fools and Horses a 10 out of 10. Now, I'll be honest with you before I end this review, I'm most probably a bit biased. I do love a good Only Fools and Horses. It's so lovely, jubbly. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next classic review. Goodbye for now.